The question that I get the most from a lot of you applying to pharmacy school or thinking about pharmacy school is the question of if you should go to pharmacy school. Whether you are in high school or whether you are in undergrad, whatever the case may be, you are thinking about pharmacy because you have clicked on this video. So just a little info about me. I am a second-year pharmacy student. I have graduated from a 4-year undergraduate school and I received my bachelor's degree in biology. I applied to pharmacy school in April of 2016 and I had an interview in May 2016 and was officially accepted on June 2nd, 2016, and I was super excited. I'm just going to tell you my reason why I wanted to do pharmacy. I was kind of torn between what I wanted to do when it came to my future. I knew I wanted to be in the health field, but I didn't exactly know how. At one point I wanted to be a pediatrician and then I didn't want to anymore, and that wasn't even junior year. That was like early into my college career. It just wasn't something that I was interested in anymore. So junior year, I'm literally on the floor of my room crying because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. And God was kind of just sharing some things with me. That summer, I did an internship at a pharmaceutical research institute, and I pretty much did research that whole summer. And when I tell you, I was in love. I was working with heparin and heparin's an anticoagulant, and I was comparing different anticoagulants and their efficacy, and I was just like, it was hard, but I had a great time, and I was just like, wow, like I love drugs. This is something that I want to do, and this is something that I want to pursue, and I was super excited, and I was just like, okay, pharmacy is definitely what I wanted to do. So I looked into it a little bit more. I did some more research, and the more I did research, the more I was just like, I really like this. Like, I want to do this. Then I applied to pharmacy school, and then I got in by the grace of God. How to know if pharmacy is for you? First off, what I would recommend is to try to get some experience in pharmacy. So whether that's working at a retail pharmacy or working at a hospital pharmacy, doing research at a pharmacy institute or program, something along the lines of pharmacy, just so you can kind of get an idea if it's something that you like or don't like. And yet that's not the end all be all, because I worked at retail pharmacy and I did not like it. I was like, do I need to change my career? But no, I still love pharmacy. There's so many different areas that you can work in as a pharmacist, so that wasn't the only factor. So that's why I just say, just get your feet wet in it, kind of see if this is something that you would be interested in, if you would enjoy it, if you would like it. But yeah, definitely get some experience in a pharmacy setting and see how you feel about that. The next thing that I will say is, what is your reason for wanting to do pharmacy? I know it is a doctor of pharmacy program and you get that doctor title and you're like, yes, I'm about to be a doctor out here. Yes, this is very true, and you should be very happy and proud when you receive that title because you worked hard for it. However, this shouldn't be the only reason why you do pharmacy. There are plenty of different doctorate programs that you can do, but you have to ask yourself, why pharmacy? Why specifically do you want to do a doctor of pharmacy program? Because if you don't know your why, I can promise you that when you're in pharmacy school, you are going to struggle, whether it be with grades or whether it be just, if this is something that you even want to do. It'll be really hard for you because it's a 4-year program or 6-year program if you're starting right out of high school. So you're investing a lot of time and money. So know your why. Know why pharmacy is what you want to do. And think about your motives. Like what I would do is on a sheet of paper, write down why I want to go to pharmacy school. Now, don't get me wrong, if being a doctor and receiving a good income is on there, that's not wrong, but those shouldn't be your top reasons. But if you're interested in really making a difference, if you're interested in really helping people feel better, really being like at the forefront when it comes to medicine, because you are answering questions for nurses, for physicians, you are really like the drug resource. These are patients' lives at stake, so you really want to make sure that you are really in it because you are passionate about saving people's lives, helping people, and really seeing people get better. What I would say is know why you want to go into pharmacy and go from there, because believe it or not, there is some bad stigma attached to the title of pharmacy, attached to the name of pharmacy. I remember I was at a comedy show and it was just so random. Like, he did not know that there were pharmacy students in the room. He was just like, let me tell you about a job that does not make sense, that doesn't even need to be around. And he was like, those are pharmacists. Who do you think you are? You're just in a white coat and you're just counting pills. Like, you don't even deserve a white coat. I'm sitting in there like, but don't you go to a pharmacy to fill your prescriptions? Do you realize that in a hospital, the pharmacist corrects so many errors that save people's lives? So I was so offended. I was just like, this is why I do not go to comedy shows. If there's one thing you want to know about me, I do not like comedy shows. I don't like to watch, like, that's just not me. But anyway, so there's some stigma attached to it. People are just like, oh, you only did pharmacy because you couldn't get into med school. Oh, you shouldn't have a doctor title attached to your name. You're not a doctor. And it's just like, okay, but I still fill your prescriptions and you're alive. So, it's just like if you're not in it for the right reasons, a lot of that stuff can get to you. It can be hurtful. It is even still hurtful when people say stuff like that. But if it's something that you really want to do, if it's something that you are interested in, then none of that stuff is going to bother you because you're going to be excited and you're going to be happy about what it is that you do. And if you're on the fence about becoming a pharmacist because you're just not sure and you're just like, oh, I don't want to be standing behind a counter discounting pills. I don't want to be on my feet all day. I don't want to do this and that. I want you to go on Google and type in jobs in pharmacy, and you're going to find a lot of stuff. And that's the whole purpose of having your rotations in pharmacy school, because it's trying to show you that there are different areas out there. So don't just think that there is only one job in pharmacy. So if you're kind of scared about that, then definitely let me be the first to tell you that there are plenty of jobs in pharmacy, different areas, different practices. There's not one pharmacist that I talk to that has only been in one area of pharmacy, and I love that because I'm the type of person where I like to just like try different things and like not be so like set in like one place. Don't be scared or don't think that you don't want to be in like one area of pharmacy. So just know that there are different areas. But at the end of the day, trust your gut feeling. If you feel like pharmacy is something that you don't want to do, you're not interested in it, you're only doing it just because your parents are telling you, or you feel like you'll make a lot of money and all that stuff, I can promise you you're gonna be so unhappy. And when you try to force happiness, it never works out. And the last thing I could ever want for any of you watching this video is for you to be working in a job or in a career and you're not happy. At the end of the day, you should be happy with what you're doing, and you should be putting your heart into it, because especially with pharmacy or any health related job, because if your heart's not in it, that's how mistakes happen, that's how careless things happen, and you don't want that. You don't ever want to put all the hard work in jeopardy just because it's something that you were never interested in the first place. So trust your gut feeling, trust yourself. No one knows you better than you. So I know you're probably hearing from so many different other people, you're probably searching so many different things, but at the end of the day, just know that you know your heart, you know what's in there. And if you're really confused, reach out to God. I prayed and I was just like, God, what am I supposed to be doing? Is this it? And he will begin to show you. He will confirm some things with you, and he's gonna blow your mind. So I really hope that this video was helpful and that it was able to help you try to navigate if pharmacy is still something that you want to do, if it's right for you. That's it. Y'all already know the deal. You can comment below or you can email me at behismasterpiece@gmail.com. Actually, before I finish this video, y'all, I have a Facebook page. I've had it for a while because you've seen it at the end of my videos, but it wasn't live. Like, it wasn't like up and running yet. Like, I saw like people were viewing it, but I was just like, oh, I didn't like put it together yet, but it's put together, everything's up, and I will be posting on there, giving updates on there, pharmacy school tips, encouraging things for all of you. So check it out, go follow it. I will put the info below. It's just on Facebook, just Be His Masterpiece. So if you're watching this on your laptop, just type it in your phone on Facebook, Be His Masterpiece, and click the follow button. And if you're on your iPad, do it. And if you're on your laptop, just make a separate tab and do it while you listen to me tell you this. All right, that's it. I hope you all have a great day, a great rest of your week, and as always, be his masterpiece.